Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to do a full face of makeup using the products I bought but never used. Now I've had this idea for quite a while and it actually ignited when I saw Kathleenlights video went up, I think a couple of days ago, where she did the same thing, where she used all the products that she bought but never used. Now, I have a long history of hoarding products, especially when I started getting into makeup. These products are still in their original package, and I literally have not touched them since I bought them. It kind of like just hid behind everything else. So without further ado, let's start with the tutorial. I've already primed my face. And for foundation today, I think this is the only product that is not high-end, but I have this CoverGirl Ready Gorgeous Set foundation, and I mainly purchased this because Shan XO or Shannon in YouTube raved about these products. Unfortunately, in New Zealand, there's only about 4 shades or 5 shades of this, and mind you, this is the darkest shade that they have, and I'm pretty tan at the moment, so I'm not sure how this will work out. So that's what the shade is like. It's a little bit on the apricot pinky side, so I think I'm going to mix in a little bit of the Makeup Max Life Proof foundation just to warm it up a little bit. So this foundation is oil free. It's very lightweight, it lasts all day, and the formula just blends into your skin tone. This actually gives like a nice coverage. I'd say it's light to medium. We'll see if we could build it up to full coverage. But so far so good. It blends into the skin, and that's like a decent coverage. Just to smooth out everything, because I didn't really like how the brush applied the foundation. So the foundation definitely dried down into like a satin finish. It doesn't feel greasy. It has a little bit of tech to it. The coverage is definitely buildable. I would say it can build up to medium full coverage. It's a little bit too pinkish on my skin tone, if you could see the difference on my neck. I've been keeping this NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this one is in the shade Ginger. This is my third repurchase. The first two that I purchased was the NARS in Custard. That was a little bit too light for my skin tone, but I definitely like the tone of Custard because it has that very custardy yellow undertone that is great for brightening. So this is in the shade Ginger. I have not touched or swatched or even opened this concealer from the box, but I actually quite like this concealer. It's very thick though, so you just have to be mindful about that. The tiniest goes a really long way. It actually leaves like a very nice hydrated finish on my under eye. Look how bright it looks in an instant. Like if you compare this part of my lid to this part, it immediately concealed and brightened it straight away. And I definitely got the right tone. This is the type of concealer where you have to set straight away. But the coverage is really nice. I think I don't need to go over that because the more I pile on, the cakey it will look. So I'm pretty happy with that concealer. I have a lot of NARS product here. The next one is this NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder, and this is, oh my god, this is the loose version. I have tried the pressed version in the past, and apparently the pressed version works a lot differently as to the loose. I can't remember who I heard talked about this, but I definitely bought this because of someone. It might have been Sam Sherman, I'm not sure, but this is what it looks like. Packaging is great, and this is in the shade Transparent. It has a little bit of sheen to it. That's what it looks like right there. We're actually swatch it. It's very fine. Ooh. It does have a little bit of glitter specks. So what I'm going to do is to actually pick up my favorite setting brush, and this is from Jessup, which you can buy from eBay. Ooh, that is nice. Look how smooth this side of my face is compared to this side, and it definitely set it beautifully. Based on the reviews that I read online, this specific powder is not great for baking, and also you really have to take your time to work this powder onto your skin because you don't want to have that white cast. Based on what I'm looking right now, it definitely brightened my under eye. So I do have oily skin, so I think I am not going to set my face with it. Instead, I am going to go with a translucent powder. So I'm going to use this Kat Von D Lock-It setting powder all over my face instead. This one is a nice powder too, and it's great for oily skin. The base is actually looking quite nice. I really like that NARS powder underneath the eyes. So again, another product from NARS. This is their bronzing powder, and this one is in the shade Laguna. Believe it or not, this is like the second compact that I purchased of the same shade. Now, if you really look at it, this Laguna shade is actually good for light to light medium skin tone. I have medium dark skin tone, so this will probably not show up on my skin, but I mainly purchased this because of Shannon as well. But now that I'm thinking about it, I should have purchased the shade Casino because that one is a little bit deeper and has a little bit of a reddish undertone, which will go great against my skin tone. But this is what it looks like. It has a little bit of gold sheen to it. As you can see, you can't really tell the shade against my skin tone. It's like I could basically use this as a pressed powder, to be honest, but we will try this for the day. So I'm going to bronze my skin. I actually can't remember how I managed to hit pan. This is the type of bronzer where you could definitely build up and it won't look cakey. Against my oily skin, I don't like the finish because it has that flecks of glitter that makes my skin look very oily. It's showing up a little bit on my skin, a little bit, just like a wash of bronze. I'm going to contour my nose a little bit. Surprisingly enough, it showed up on my nose contour. I would probably use this more so as an all over eyeshadow as opposed to a contour. I mean contour slash bronzer, because it's there but it's not like there, if you know what I mean. You can see like the sheen, it's kind of caking up around my pores. Like it definitely highlighted my pores. So I don't know, like it's nice, but it's definitely not something that I would use for every day. Like I have a drugstore bronzer that I'm obsessed with. This is NARS Stephen Klein palette. So this is rather bulky, but I really like the shades in here. So I purchased this one probably like 3 years ago. I swatched it, but I've never used. So this is what it looks like. And then you have the shades right here, and you have a highlighter, and then you have the blush, and it comes with like a travel size eater brush, which is very popular for contouring. For blush, what I'm going to do is to actually probably mix all three, to be honest, because we're trying to get use out of this. So I'm going to If I have to be honest, I mainly purchased this because of the packaging and also the fact that it's NARS, because back in the day I used to be an avid fan of NARS. Like I would literally go into the department store and just purchase a bunch of NARS products. The only product that I don't have from NARS is the lipstick. I am going to use my tapered blending brush, which is this one right here, and highlight. This highlight is very subtle, and I'm already using the type of brush which can give the most concentrated amount of product, and it's a little bit ashy against my skin tone. I have this product right here from Stila, and this is from their Eyes Are the Window collection. So I remember when this first came out, they had like probably 4 other products. I purchased the one in the shade Spirit, and this is what it looks like. I'm not sure if this specific eyeshadow palette is still available, but this is what the palette looks like. So you have pretty much a lot of cool tone shades and that burgundy one right there, and most of it is shimmer except for this dark brown, this transition color, and this white base color. Like, if you really look at this palette, it's kind of boring. I'm not sure why I purchased this, but we're going to start with this shade right here to set the eyes. I am going to go and use this shade right there. Ooh, that's pretty. Like, for my skin tone, that's like the perfect transition shade. I actually don't know what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to go and use this shade right here to stamp that on the outer V a little bit. It has a little bit of sheen. So I'm going to use that as my transition shade. That actually worked out as a nice transition shade. It has sheen, but it doesn't show up as like sheeny. So now I am going to go and deepen up my outer V using this shade right here. And blend that with the maroon shade. So now what I'm going to do is to actually cut the crease so we can have the shimmer shade appear more vibrant. And for the shimmer shade, I'm going to use this nice peachy shade on my finger and tap that. And I'm going to use the brush that we used before. So I've left the inner part a little bit bare because I really want to go and use this shade right here with the same brush. Ooh. And to blend that on the outer V, I'm going to go and use this shade right here, which is a little bit more bronzy. And we're gonna go and go back to the black, I mean the maroon shade, to blend. Now for the lower lash line, I am going to go and use this burgundy shade and pop that all over the lower lash line. And kind of connect that on the outer V as well. And to darken that, I'm going to go with that dark brown just on the outer V. And we're going to bring that a little bit of that peach shade on the lower lash line, so just about there. And for inner corner highlight, I am gonna go and use this shade right here, which is so pretty. Oh my god. For the brow bone highlight, I'm gonna go and use the beige shade that we used earlier. And I am just gonna pop on some lashes and fix my mascara, and I'll be right back to do the lips. I am going to line my lips with this Marc Jacobs palette liner, and oh my god, I can't even remember when I bought this product. And this one is this is in the shade Nudist. It's funny because I have a red lipstick that I'm going to try, but it's definitely a nice nude lip, but right off the bat, it's nothing too fancy. No, it's bougie. The packaging is nice. It's nice to have a good quality makeup product actually once in a while. And for the lipstick today, I'm not sure if this is even going to match our makeup, but this is the Rouge Per Couture lipstick by Yves Saint Laurent, and this one is in number 14. Oh my god, the packaging is amazing, and this is like a nice blue tone red. Red lipstick is not something that I normally wear, but it smells really good. It's very creamy. I actually don't mind the lipstick at all. I'm so glad that I actually use these products because some of these are actually my favorite and some are just the ones that I binge bought. This is my full face of makeup using the products that I bought but never use. I will definitely wear this eyeshadow palette more often. Like some of the Sheen shades are surprisingly really good. Like I like how the eye makeup turned out. The NARS bronzer I probably would not use because one, the color doesn't match me, and two, it's not like something that wowed me a lot. Like there's a lot of drugstore product that I like more than the bronzer. Foundation, I would mix it in with my darker shades. Foundation, the blush will definitely be used. Highlighter on that blush, it's not really a great highlighter, but you know, it's something that you can put on if you want like a very subtle highlight, and everything else seemed to work great. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates, and I will catch you on my next video. Bye.